Alright, this particular lesson, we are going to modify our previous form. So this is what we did in our previous lesson. It is using text box. We have a drop down box. We have a place to set how many stocks that we want to buy. And we have two buttons. Alright. So now let's look at this part. Okay, this part. I don't want to use a drop down. I want to use a list box. This is a drop down box whereby you click, it drops. I want to change it into a list box whereby you see the list and you choose one. It's very easy. The code is the same, but the only difference is you have to put in size. How many flowers do we have? We have 3 flowers, right? So I put it as 3. Let's see what happens. Save. Refresh. Can you see a difference? Daisy is still selected by default. If you don't want, you can remove. But I can see everything. And from here, I can make my choices. By the side, you can see a top arrow and a bottom arrow. In case you have more items, it will scroll. Example, because I have only 3 flowers, and my size is 3, of course, all 3 will be shown. There is no scroll bar. Let's say I put my size as 2. So, save and refresh. I get to see only 2 flowers and I will scroll up and down to see the rest. Up to you to set how many that you want to see at one time. Alright, so this is what you call as a list box. Okay, now let's say you don't like this. Okay, you don't like it. You feel it is so messy. You want something which is more easier to see and choose. You have another option. They call it as a radio button. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. Close this. Okay, delete. So I'm going to show you another way of doing it. Input, type, radio. It's a radio button. I'm very sure that you have seen this before. It's just that you don't know the name. Alright, and then close. Give a name. Flower. Give the flower name, meaning is it rose, is it daisy, is it lily? So it is under value. Alright, remember this value, even though I put rose here, it is not for the human to see. This is for the computer to extract and process. What the humans will see is outside rose. I'll copy this and put another 2 more. I change the value. This will be daisy. I change the outside value so that the user will see the correct flower name. Done. This is a radio button. How it works? it's the same. The user get to choose one flower. Save and refresh. This is a radio button. It's a radio button. I can choose only one. Only one is allowed. When it is a radio button, only one option is allowed. Now, how to put in a default value? As we have discussed earlier, Daisy is the flower that everybody wants to buy. So I want it to be chosen by default. Very simple. Go to Daisy, go to the end here, and put as checked. Checked, meaning you check it, select it. So save this and refresh. Once every time the form is being refreshed, Daisy will be selected by default. Remember, the flower, the name of the radio button must be the same for that particular group. If these three is one group, then the name must be the same. What will happen if the name is not the same? Let's try. I put in 1, 2, 3. Now the name is different. One is flower 1, flower 2, flower 3. Save. Refresh. Okay. Looks the same. Let's click on one. Let's choose one. Can you see the difference? By right, this shouldn't happen. A radio button only choose one. Because the name, I didn't do it properly, meaning I put different names, I will not get the effect that I want. This is very, very wrong. Okay, remember, radio button, I can only choose one. Alright, and I cannot, I cannot uncheck. Alright, so you need to put in only one name for that group. Then only you get a proper option to choose. Okay, this is a radio button. Earlier we saw a list box.